Hey y'all, it's time for Always Real with Mrs. V. That's me. So today, real quickly, I want to talk to you about dating people greater than 10 years your senior. Cougarism for the ladies and just nastyism for the guys, okay? Just nasty. Y'all been doing it forever and now y'all tripping because the ladies are doing it. But I want to caution you people, ladies and guys, against dating people that surpass the 10-year age gap, okay? When you date somebody older than 10 years your senior, you gon' get worms. You gon' get worms. You gon' get worms. They gon' swim all up in there and get you. Yeah. Okay, so that's not really scientifically proven. I've never done any, worm testing. I've never had any worm subjects, okay? So I don't really know if that's a fact, but that's what I was always told from being a young girl, that old men, really old men, but I'm saying old men and old women give you worms. And my definition of old is 10 years or greater than 10 years your senior. Now, besides being afraid of getting worms, you gon' get worms. Besides being afraid of getting worms and the heebie-jeebies, okay? You need someone that's 10 years or less, in your age bracket, because you want somebody that's going to be on the same page as you. Really, someone older than 10 years, 10 years older than you, or someone 10 years younger than you, what do you really have in common with that person? Now, I know at certain ages it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference, I guess, between 40 and 50, or maybe even 50 and 60, 70 and 80, because you're pretty well established. But up until about that, honestly, I say that 40-year-old mark, you're still finding yourself. You're still becoming established. You're just really getting into who it is that you are, okay? So what are you going to do with somebody that's more than 10 years younger than you, or better yet, more than 10 years older than you? I mean, 20 and 30. It's a lot that goes on between the age of 20 and the age of 30. Do you really, if you're the 30-year-old, do you really want someone that's 20? And if you're the 20-year-old, yes, you probably want someone that's all settled and established. But guess what, boo-boo? At 30, they still ain't settled or established, men or women. Yes, there are exceptions to the rule. There are some people that really put their foot down and get it going, and by the time they're 30, they have it all together. But most of the time, nah, they still working that out. And so when you have that big age gap, it's just not cool, okay? But even when you're older, when you're 30 and you're dating somebody, you date somebody that's like 45, 50. Next thing you know, you're going to be complaining that they're an old man or they're an old lady. You're going to have these problems with who wants kids, who wants to have some more kids, and who doesn't want to have more kids, and how we're going to do this traveling and all these other things. So just when you're choosing a mate, when someone that's 10 years or greater, your senior, is trying to holler at you, before you go into that, just remember, 1, you're going to get worms. 2, if some kind of way you don't get worms, then you need to consider really what direction are you trying to go in for the next 10 to 20 years yourself, and how is this person really going to fit into the mold of that, okay? That is all. At the end, please like my video, and I will give you a big fat juicy kiss. Yes, I will. Stay worm free. No worms. No worms. Okay? I love you. Smooches. Bye bye.